Just watch this. I ain't got nothing else to say. Just watch it.
Thank you all for coming this morning. I have stood at this podium many, many times and talked about how horrific, tragic, and shocking certain cases are. Each time thinking there are some future alleged facts that could be worse than what I'm talking about at the time. Knowing all the while, though, that there's always a worse set of facts on the horizon. Well, that day has come again. So I want to talk about a case of a young boy named Zemar King III. The alleged facts in this case are that we are announcing today. On January 6th of 2025, the Detroit Police Department was notified and summoned to a house on Whittingham in Detroit. They had been contacted by the landlord that owned that house. When he went to that house, the landlord contacted him when he went to that house to prepare it for a new tenant. That he called the police because he found a shallow grave in the backyard of the home on Whittingham. Upon arrival, the police were shown that grave where a human foot was sticking out of the ground. The foot was believed to be belonged to a small child. After an extensive investigation by quite a few agencies, and the chief will talk about that in a minute, the buried body was discovered to be 9-year-old Zemar King III. That the mother of young Zemar was 41-year-old Brandee Pierce. It's alleged that she killed him, and that the cause of death found by the medical examiner was smothering and neck compression. So I want to just further go ahead and tell you what other facts about this case. It's alleged that she purchased a shovel. She bound him by tying his hands and feet together and dug a hole in the background of the house on Whittingham, where she had been living for a short time. She then put him in this hole and covered him with dirt. That after killing her son, she and her other son, who was 3 years old, moved to Georgia, Cobb County to be exact. It was determined that this, in fact, happened sometime in October of 2024. That Zemar's mother, Brandee Pierce, is currently in Cobb County, Georgia, and we will be requesting her to be extradited back to Michigan. We are charging Brandee Catrice Pierce today with 1 count of murder in the first degree premeditation, which carries a life without parole sentence, mandatory. Count 2 is homicide felony murder. Again, the mandatory penalty is life in prison without the possibility of parole. Our 3rd count is child abuse in the first degree, life or any term of years in prison. The first degree child abuse is the felony to make out the felony murder we are alleging. Count 4 is tampering with evidence, criminal case punishable by more than 10 years in prison. And the 5th one is interfering with concealing and interfering with the death of an individual, 5 years, of course, that being 9-year-old Zemar King. As always, this defendant is presumed innocent unless or until proven guilty. I should tell you that Judge Aaliyah Sabri of the 36th District Court authorized these charges yesterday, and since we will be requesting extradition, we will notify you all when in fact she is back in the state of Michigan. So of course there is no next day for court. Again, let me just repeat, these charges and allegations are quite serious. They're deadly, they're shocking, every platitude that you can think of, but again, Ms. Pierce is still presumed to be innocent unless or until proven guilty. So I'm going to have the chief say a couple words to you, and then we'll answer some questions for you if you can.
Somebody explain to me why this is still innocent until proven guilty. We still got Ashley Elkerson missing, and y'all see her buying a shovel. What do you got to do? The innocent is guilty till proven innocent, right? The guilty is innocent till proven guilty. This woman has literally taken a shovel, dug a hole, as you see right here in this picture, buried her 9-year-old child, Zemar King III, goes to Georgia with a 3-year-old and thinks she's gonna live happily ever after. And y'all talking about extraditing her, but you're making a point but she's still, innocent until proven guilty, but you got all the evidence that she's guilty. This doesn't need to be a case, throw her in the garbage. Just throw her away. Don't take no 12, don't get no jurors. Don't take no time out their day. Don't take no time off their job, because if you don't do jury duty, then you can go to jail, right? Well, why I gotta go to jail if I don't do jury duty? Why don't you just throw her away? Get her up out of here. She did it. You know she did it. You wasting time. This is ridiculous, man. This little 9-year-old boy, you tell me what a 9-year-old can do for that to happen to him. She bound him hand and foot and then kills him and then buries him. What are we talking about? What are we wasting our time with? This is why I get so sick of, man, because this dude that did what he did to Ashley Elkins, y'all got every piece of evidence, and she's still missing. And y'all not gonna force him to do nothing. Y'all ain't gonna beat it out of him like it need to happen. Like you need to start breaking kneecaps. You're gonna talk and tell us where she at. Now the landlord finds this happened in October of 24. The landlord finds this January 6th of 25. Just get her up out of here. Oh boy, get him. Like you gonna tell us where she at, and then you go to jail forever. No court case. We don't need a court case for these type of people. What's the court case for? What? So you can put the family in pain? Because that's all that happens. They got to listen to the entire story all over again. Because y'all have to wait 2 years or a year and a half before y'all even do the doggone case. So if it happened in 2023, the case is probably this year. They trying to get over it. And then here you go. With a case y'all already know that they did it. You already know that they murdered the person. You already know all of this. And then now the family got to sit back there and relive it. And that's right. That's fair. This is stupid, man. This is stupid. Extradite her back. Throw her in jail for life. Or kill her. I don't care. I don't care about people like that. The people that don't have no heart or no love or nothing in their heart, they don't even need to be on this earth as far as I'm concerned. But I ain't the Most High, so they're here for a reason, but I just don't know. What I'm trying to say is, if they're going to be here, put them away for life. You don't do that to a child. What you didn't do? He ain't clean his room? He stayed out too late at 9? He didn't wash the dishes? The floor wasn't swept all the way? He didn't clean his room the right way? He put everything under the bed? He got a bad report card? He didn't eat all his dinner? I'm trying to think of what a child could do, possibly, that can make that happen to them. Nothing. So what are we talking about, and what is, like, I mean, come on, man, for real. And this is why nothing ever stops. Why you got to make it a point, Kenworthy, to constantly say, and it's still, innocent until proven guilty. You guilty. Y'all got her doing the stuff, like, y'all, it ain't like y'all just found the body and y'all don't know who did. But regardless, what woman would go to Georgia with their 3-year-old without their 9-year-old? But the 9-year-old is buried in the house that they lived at, in the backyard behind the garage, and y'all got her buying the shovel and all the stuff that it takes to bury a person? You did it. Ain't no case. I mean, people just blowing people's brains out. And you got them on camera blowing the person's brains out. And they still have a court case. And you know it's a carjacking. You know it's a robbery. And it's still a court case. That's dumb. And you know it's stupid. It don't make no sense at all. And I don't understand this world. I do not understand this court system. I understand the world because I know it's going to be demons forever. But I don't understand this court system. I don't understand why they do what they do. And I almost don't even really care to understand at this point, because the court system is evil. People go to jail for fraud and all different types of stuff. Things that don't even hurt, bodily harm anybody. And they'll do more time than a blatant murderer. Look, just this video is over. I ain't got nothing else to say. I think it's sad. It's sad. All right, but this is Greg James with Behind the Scriptures. I'll see you in the next video. Stay prayed up. Keep the Most High first. And that's all I got to say.